Hey everyone, nice to see you. What's up everyone? I hope you're doing well. And we are here with the Juice, aka Juicy Ducey from the Big Jackpot. And tonight we're gonna be discussing our thoughts about slot machines and just kind of chatting. Hi Brian, hi everyone, hi Brian P, hi Penny, hi Texan, hi Yang, hi Slot Bandit, hi the Slot Bandits, hi Debbie Bonds. Hi, Delana Brown. Hi, Cameron Granny. Nice to see you all here. Thank you, Sanio. How sweet. And hi, Lindsay, Slotty Math Teacher. So, Juicy, I'm curious. To start off, I'm curious, what got you into playing the slot machines?
Well, first of all, hi, everybody. And I'm actually from myself. And hi, Simon. Thanks for having me tonight. I could tell you a funny little story about it, but I don't like, and I told Simon, you guys, this might be a little juicy overload this week, right? Because we had a premiere with me and now I'm on this talk show, but I'm like, look, I love supporting Simon however I can. And, I've been obviously around the block for quite a while, but for those of you that don't know, I'm a 24-year combat veteran. I served 24 years in the Navy. Not that I have to sell this or anything. I've never been married, but I do have a son. He's 18 now, so he's an adult. So I'm kind of like, yay, freedom, a little bit. But yeah, I served 24 years in the military, so I'm fully retired, but I still actually work a lot. That's why I look a little tired today. But I will tell you a funny story. Back in 2010, I want to say around that time frame, I was actually stationed in Pensacola with the Blue Angels. And on my first year on the Blue Angels team, I actually got promoted. And when I got promoted, I made like a higher rank, like I made chief. When that happened, you know how they say it's lonely on the top? Well, it was really rough for me. So, when I was, saying E6 and below, we were always hanging out together. We did everything together. We would drink together, pass out on the church lawn together. We were so close. Well, when I got promoted, I couldn't hang around with them anymore. Like I had to separate myself now from being a leader and someone mentioned one week, they said, why don't you go to Biloxi? And I said, well, what's Biloxi? I had no idea what it was. And they said, well, there's a bunch of casinos there and the hotels are nice and there's pools and, whatever. So I said, okay. So I went to this place called Biloxi and I stayed at, I think like the Isle down there or something, or the Grand or something like that. And it was awesome. So I found gambling. And guess what? I used to go every weekend after that because I'm like, what? I can win money? Like I left with $300 and I came home with $1,200. I had tons of discipline. Life was good and nobody knew where I was at all weekend. So if I ever had to come back to work and maybe like discipline somebody or whatever, I wasn't part of it. Nobody knew where I was. It was amazing. And then in 2000, I want to say like maybe 11 or maybe 2014, I started going to Tunica when I was stationed in Nashville. And I hit my first ever jackpot on the old school Wicked Winnings.
Awesome.
I had three of the girls in the middle with all candlesticks on either side. I was only betting $1 and I won $1,891 to the penny. I will never forget it because it was my first hand pay. And then after that, I was done. Done. Now it's like I don't even plan a vacation unless there's a casino there or,
Yes.
Yeah, plan something around it. So that's my long-winded story.
Nice. Yeah. Also, I do want to thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, you guys. And listen, I can't see the chat. So, maybe I can get in there and try to click on it.
Chat button.
Okay.
And then once you're in the chat button, you can hit comments. Hi, Gizmo.
Okay, I can see everybody now.
It says, Wicked Winnings, when she brings her sister, is everything.
Yes, she brought her friends, Ange. It was thebomb.com. Hi, Tex and Jack Potter. Hi, Gizmo. Hi, LJ.
Super Scroll is asking, how did you meet Scott?
So, I'm trying to remember where was I at the point. I think, I've got a lot of Middle Eastern stories because I was stationed there and I told Simon during one of our live feeds, I was so scared when I was stationed in the Middle East. It was between 2014 to like 2016. And the, how do you say, the networks out there, the VPNs and stuff. I mean, it's illegal to gamble, you know, I mean, it is illegal. And if they ever even find you looking, like I used to try to go to like gambling sites or whatever, and they're all blocked and blocked. Well, somehow I broke through one of the networks and I started watching these slot channels. And what I can remember, you know, between watching SD Guy, because I know he was first, SD Guy, him running around in like 2014, I think, or 15, you know, like New Year's Eve with Diana. Then I started watching Diana. Then I started watching The Big Payback. And then I started watching Scott. I think it was probably even Raja Slot's days. But I was like, who is this dude with this little guy running, chasing him around all over the casino, you know, something silly. I'm like, look at these guys, you know, and I just remember Scott was getting like all these tax forms and, you know, I don't know. I think I made it back to the States at some point, and I was like, I reached out to him. I said, do you ever need a girl to, or somebody to come help you with all those tax forms? Because that little guy that follows you around,
Yes.
I was thinking he's not doing a good job. But I was just being silly. But then that's when I really got hooked onto the big jackpot and watched him just really evolve. And, you know, I started going to events with him, and it was just, I had so much fun. I just always had fun with him. It's always such a great time. You know, and it's tough because when I retired from the military and I had to do that transition, I'll tell you what, being part of that group really helped with my transition out of the military, you know, and yeah, being part of something. So it was really cool. Yeah. Yep. And Brent, that's right. Hi, Emily. What's up, slot sister?
I wish I was going to Vegas this weekend, Emily Tahil. I really do want to meet all of you.
Hey, Paylines, what's up? Yes, it's the juice. I love me some Paylines and LJ. Oh my gosh. They make me laugh so much. Oh. And sorry that I talk a lot, you guys, because I'll tell you what, when I did retire, I landed a job, right? And the job is amazing. I mean, it is the bomb. But when I got hired, I said, well, where do I go report to work every day? You know, I don't even know what I'm doing being a civilian now. You know, I have no clue. I don't even know how to talk like a civilian, you know? And the guy told me, well, you work from home every day. And I'm like, what? Like, you work from home? And he's like, yeah, you can just wear your PJs and work from home all day. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, so what happened? I've been doing the same job now ever since I retired in 2018. I've been working for the same job and working at home. So it's been crazy. So I'm like, well, I get out of one set of PJs and get into another set of PJs. Today I put on a nice sweater for y'all.
Nice.
It's cold in Colorado.
I put on this nice jacket for everyone today. And because I've been doing a lot of Zoom classes.
Yeah, you look great, Simon.
Thanks from one set of PJs to another. Hello, Easy Life Slot Jackpots.
Hi, Easy Life.
And Easy Life says, I am still waiting for the juice to put on that uniform and have a way with me.
Simon read it too. Got her, dude. Got her. Easy, would I be your first girlfriend? Because I'm not going to lie, I would really like to be SD Guy's first girlfriend, but I don't even think he likes me, so I get sad.
And Super Score is asking, you mentioned the Blue Angels. Were your pilot?
Thank you, Beth Loves Vegas. Oh, Blue Angels, were your pilot? If not, did you get to okay, so I served for 3 years, but I was actually part of the crew. So there's only 150 Blue Angels. And, you know, I was one of the performers. I was the second mech on the number 2 jet. So we sit behind the jets and we perform for the big crowd. You know, it's like, if that doesn't make you nervous, and we did it in 100-degree weather, you know, it was crazy. But no, I was not a pilot. There's only ever 7 of those. So I was like the ground crew, maintenance, which is like logistics. And I actually got my Blue Angels cup today.
Nice.
So yeah, so it was really cool. Simon, what's your next question? How about this? I'll show you guys really quick something before, you know, because I read Simon's thank you so much, Gambling Granny. It's so sweet. Thank you. It was a little emotional, but I got through it. So Simon's, you know, title today kind of threw me off a little bit, but I was like, you know, we can talk about that stuff because that's what we're here to do. We talk about gambling, right?
Yes.
And one thing, like I was going to show you guys, is I take this everywhere I go, my gamble box. right? I mean, this is my life. This is my like I make out with it. If I leave home without this thing, I already know I'm going to lose my religion. Like my religion is gone. I mean, I'm dipping, you know. But over the years, like I said, since gambling since 2010, I've tried to learn my discipline because I have lost my religion with it in the past. I mean, you know, my son was a lot younger back then, and it's like, oh shit, you know, I've only got 50 cents. Well, how am I getting to work? And, you know, you need a can of beans and rice, you know, which I love, as you can tell. But, you know, but I'll tell you, over the years, I finally kind of learned my discipline with it. And what happens is every time I go up to Blackhawk, because that's where I am in Colorado, I leave all my cards at home. I mean, I go to the ATM and I get the money that I'm taking up there. It may only be 200, 300. That's it. And all my cards stay at home. And this thing, my life, comes with me. So basically, when I'm up there, look, if it's gone, it's gone. Even if I drove 45 minutes to get to Blackhawk and it was gone in an hour, guess what? My chunky ass is riding back to the house because I lost my budget. You know, yeah, isn't it awesome, LJ? Like I said, it's my life, you know. But you know, there's times I've had about I want to say almost 4 trips to Blackhawk, which has been the past couple weeks. And Simon may show you a couple videos here, but I've been nailing it up there, you know. And so here's the myth, right? Like I won last week. Am I going to win this week? Well, no, we all know that's not the case. And I don't even think like that. But for like 4 straight trips up there, I've just been nailing it. I've been getting, one night I got 3 jackpots in a row, one at the Isle, one at Blackhawk, and one at Ameristar. And I asked for checks for a majority of them. But when I got home, I shoved $1,800 in this thing. So, I mean, I did pretty good. I came home with like $5,000. And you guys, I went up there with $480 and came home with $5,000. Look, I'm not a spokesperson for this thing, but you know, I will try to like tell people about it because there's some haters up there in Blackhawk, man. Like they get mad at me when they see me winning because I get excited. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and they, you know, they kind of be a little haterade, you know, like I'm like, just the juice, you know, like don't be mad. I want everybody to win. But when I win, I be giving out lucky 20s to the people sitting beside me. I'm tipping the waitress 20. I'm trying to like rub machines, you know, to help everybody out. Like I want everybody to win, but I've just had a lot of luck, you know, this past week. But there's been times that I go up there and a little Vegas, couple of Vegas trips in between, and I lose, like a losing trip. You know, I'm like, oh shit. I mean, but these past like 4 or 5 trips, I think I've really bounced back. You know what I mean? So I'm really like, oh my God, this is great, you know? Do you want to show one of those little videos, Simon?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
That is incredibly smart of you to keep like a little gambling box. And there's definitely like a massive misconception that like, if you like are winning, you're gonna be winning forever. But if you like start losing, but you can start losing in like an instance. The scary thing about gambling is the fact that you can that even if you think the machines are going to pay out for all your future visits, they may not pay. They may not pay out for your next visits, which is the scary part. And LJ makes a good point and says, it took me about 1 hour to take my winnings out of the gamble box, told all the hundreds, and took it to the cashier for fresh hundreds out.
Oh my God, LJ, I've been there, girl. Oh my God.
Yes.
You can ask Emily. She's in the chat. We've done a lot of trips together, right?
Yes.
And listen, I've done it before. I fished him out with my earring, girl. I'm not even fighting. And I'm like taking out my earring, trying to like click, you know, put it in there and dig it out, you know,
Yes.
like what is wrong with me? You know, like I did all this work to put it in there. But typically I will only do that if I've like shoved hundreds in there and there's one right there poking out, you know, in the little slit.
Yes.
But yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. But the slot brands were asking, Juicy, are you going next Thursday to Blackhawk with Roger and I?
Well, I didn't know you were going to be here next Thursday, so I'm assuming maybe you'll be coming here after Vegas. So yeah, if this is Pickle Rick, holla, yes. I mean, Look, if I know about it, I'll definitely go up there. Yes, absolutely. Like I said, work's just a little tough right now because I have to actually use my brain. So I work with a lot of numbers every day, and my brain has to be on fire. But yeah, if I know about it ahead of time, absolutely.
I'm going on Thursday.
You're going, is it this Thursday or next Thursday? Well, just, just hit me up. PM me. PM the juice.
Will do. And hi, Ross says what?
Hi, Ross says what? Hi, GQS. Hey, Windy City, what's up? I can't wait to make it to Chi-Town.
I do have a video that before I forget, that's why I put it on the screen. Easy says, Simon, my first experience of the juice were Ho and Emily at the Cosmo live streaming on Facebook to find hot guys. That's when I fell in love.
I didn't hear the last part of it.
Casino live streaming on Facebook to find hot guys.
Oh my God, we used to have so much fun, right, Easy? I mean, I was definitely borderline in them days. Remember when I went live from the boardwalk? Charles probably remembers. I mean, I was out of control. I was like, I didn't know too much about social media. You guys got to understand, I have no social media. All I've got is my Facebook page. I mean, I got a little YouTube channel that just has some very amateur content on it. I don't plan on doing anything with it, but I make $0 from any platform with anything. And all I've got is Facebook. I don't even know how to Snapchat, twat, nothing. So I do all of this just out of love. I mean, and I love it when people laugh. And if they have to do it on my account, like whatever, go ahead.
Yes. And here's one of Juicy's videos.
So this thing just randomly went off, and I actually won the random major at 967. Holla!
So that's
yes, you guys listen. When people talk crap about those random majors, Simon just showed you one of them. So I decided to put it on a 2-cent denom 500, which is a $10 bet, which I love. It's one of my favorites. And on the third spin, I heard a bell go off, and I'm like, could this be the random major? And it was, and that's what Simon just showed you. Yep.
Yes. It does seem very hard and rare to trigger the random major.
It is so rare. Absolutely. Yes. And lately, like I said, I've been hitting them 2-cent denoms at like $2.50 when I can, and like $5. And Simon will show you another one that I have, and we'll show one more video of the lightning link. It was a $2.50 bet. Well, it was on a 2-cent, $2.50, and you got to see the size of these balls, you guys. Like huge balls.
Here is some big balls for tonight.
We are gonna video my last spin. I mean, I've got 3 to go.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to see.
Hold it a little closer, Simon.
Grand's 11,000, but look at the size of these balls.
There you go.
Huge. I mean, this is gorgeous.
You guys, I'm down to I got that one spot. When you got 3 spins, I had a $250 ball in there. We were just nailing these things up in Blackhawk last week, me and my 2 neighbors. We were hitting double minors on 5-cent denoms. I mean, I hit a double minor on a 2-cent denom. It was just crazy.
Wow.
It was nuts. But yeah, I've just been loving those 2-cent denom lately, but like I said, I mean, I got to build it up a little bit. It doesn't always happen like that where I can just start going into like $10 and $5 whacks. You know what I mean? It's like, you coming in hot, you ready, right? Yep. But I try to take it a little bit slow. You know what I mean? Like doing 2-cent, $1, try to build it up before I start hitting those big whacks, which sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't,
yes.
Oh, Easy and his flying phobia. Yes, Sandy. Oh, I know. I would love to scoop him up someday.
Same.
I get it though. I mean, flying is a phobia. I had one of my worst flights ever on my last vacation, leaving here in Denver to go to Vegas. It was the scariest flight, one of them that I probably ever been on. It's only an hour flight, and it was just so much turbulence.
I'm sorry to hear.
I'd have to hold Easy's hand, cover his eyes.
Yes. Also, before I forget, I don't say I I do want to make sure, I'm like really tripping on my words right now, but I do want to pray for Wayne a lot because he is going through COVID and right now he's on a ventilator. So I'll be praying for Wayne tonight, and may you please drop some praying emojis in the chat for Wayne.
Yeah, absolutely, you guys. Listen, as much crap as I talk, and I'm, I think I'm funny. I'm probably not, but I absolutely found Wayne through some other friends, and he is one of the most sweet, generous people I know. I mean, I cannot believe this has happened to him, and to be honest with you, it's made me take a step back on my actions, like what I do every day. You know what I mean? Like, am I being careful enough? Like, I know the pandemic and I know all, what's going on, but when this has happened to Wayne, like I said, it kind of made me self-reflect on what I'm doing in my life. And I'm going to show you guys something if you're ready for this, but in Wayne's honor, something that Wayne loved doing with me he was one of my biggest supporters, is on my Facebook page. I would do these live cooking shows. And I always wear, like an apron that says probably pretty naughty words. And I won't repeat it on Simon's channel, but they're kind of funny. And so Wayne's always in there just commenting and having so much fun. So I was like, I'm sure one of these days I need a new apron. Well, guess what Wayne did? Are you ready?
Yes, what is it?
One of my favorite things in the world, and I'll put it on for Wayne, is look, Wayne sent me this awesome apron in the mail.
Aww.
And it says, if it involves mimosas and slot machines, count me in. Wayne's a slot channel. So I told Wayne the first time I go live on my cooking channel again, I'm going to wear his apron. And I got like a big yellow bow. I showed him the outfit with the red dress, and he's like, love it, Juice, nailed it, and just his jokes and everything else. I mean, he's just such a good guy, I mean, I just cannot believe this crap is going on. I was been numb at my computer sometime. Like, I just stare at it like, because I'm just so sad. So absolutely Wayne strong across the board, across the slot community, like, period. Wayne is like, you may have never met him personally, but I'm just telling you, he's just an amazing guy. And I don't know if I want to talk about it anymore because I get a little emotional. So yeah.
It has just been a very sad and tragic time, and my heart goes out to everyone. It's just, when I first heard that, like, Wayne was like not doing good. When I first heard that Wayne was not doing good, my heart did break. And hi, NG Slot. I don't know him at all, but Wayne's strong.
Hey, NG, what's up?
And my family. And Super Score is asking, hey, Juice, how did you get the name Juicy Ducey?
Well, so, I mean, I'm not, most of you guys probably know me if you're friends with me on Facebook, but my last name is Doucette. So it's French Canadian. And so, everybody in the military gets a nickname, right? So it's like within our family, they always call my dad Deuce, Mom Deuce, and then, I would always hear him joke when I was younger, like Juicy, so it's just like a family thing. And especially, when I went in the military, like, it was a wrap. Everybody, I don't even know my first name anymore. I know it's Jessica, but I don't know my first name. I mean, everyone calls me the Deuce or Juicy Ducey, and then of course some people make fun of it because they're like, that doesn't sound very good. And then it's like, no pun intended. But me, there's always pun intended. I mean, so yeah. So, it really started with the family way back in the day, but it really hit hard in the military. I mean, all my military, like, paraphernalia and trinkets and stuff, they all say the Deuce is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the burn. Yeah. Yeah.
And that is like such a cool backstory. And it's like really interesting, like how the military also really kept up, like, really established your nickname. I do feel that your name Juicy Ducey is very iconic in the community. And also from Kelly Ramos, I just got over COVID and I am still suffering with breathing issues. I really feel for Wayne. It's not an easy road.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm sorry, hon. I didn't know that. And I'm sending you my love, girl. You are such an awesome supporter of the slot community as well. I mean, you're always holding it down. And girl, I am sorry. You know, if you ever need me to make you smile, holla at your girl.
Mm.
So
Awesome.
Simon, what's the last video? Show him the double up.
So the last video, on a happier note.
Or it should just be a picture.
All right, it's a picture, but on like a happier note, here is.
So yeah, yep. Show that. So this
up.
double up right here, you guys, like basically, I was like, you know, I'm having a good night. I'm going to take my chances and just do a $9 bet. So about, you know, and you know these machines, right? You only really get paid if it haywires. I mean, it's just the nature of these things and it sucks. But basically it haywired and gave me about 3 balls over there to the right. And then the top right one hit for $3, but it's you know, the 300 or whatever. Well, then it went to the top and guess what? All them things doubled because, you know, we fill the screen. And so it's like, boom, another hand pay. Like I said, it's like my 3rd hand pay of the night. It was crazy. Oh my God, Kilauea, right? I was so pissed. Dude, I don't usually play movie themed machines anyway, but when I try to look at the advantage play once in a while, right? And when I saw that Madonna with all those multipliers on the top, I mean, they were filled up and they were decent on a 75-cent bet. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. And you see what happened on Simon's previous video. I was so mad. There's a lot of cuss words. I'm like, Simon, I'm sorry, but you're 21 now, girl, and we're going to get through this, okay?
We did. And also, I'm like wondering, like, when you first started playing the slot machines, what was your biggest, like, superstition?
My biggest superstition, like, about slot machines is always that we're going to win, right? Hi, Lady Di, my Tampa boo. I think it's that you're going to win. You know, I mean, I hate to say it too, but most YouTube channels, most of us, right, we post our wins because that's how you get, you know, engagement, you know, I mean, and I agree. I mean, it's what excites us all. But for your average viewer, you know, I'm not a slot channel. I'm just the juice, you know, but we all think we're going to win. I think that's probably the biggest superstition, you know, like we're going to go to the casino, we're going to win just like they did. And then you go, you know, and you put your first 20 in there and it's gone. And you say, oh my God, like, what happened? You know, you start getting that yucky feeling, that pit in your gut, you know? So yeah, I mean, and then, you know, a lot of people will say this machine pays, you know. My boss, she actually lives here in Colorado. She tells me, she's like, Juice, let's go up the mountain. And I'm like, girl, I don't know if I want to go up the mountain tonight. She calls me every Friday like clockwork. She said, we're going to go here. We're going to go to the Grand Z because it paid me last week tons and tons of money. You know, and she's a 50-cent gambler, which is all good, but she had won $125. You know, she lost her crap. You know, I'm like, girl, $125, like, it's hard, you know, like I've hit a grand for 13,000. It's like, how do you beat that? Right. So I'm like, I try to make her realize in the game of gambling that just because this place paid you last week, it does not mean it's going to pay us again this week. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, I think just winning, like we all think we're going to win. We want to win. Like I said, sometimes I'll show up in Vegas, you know, I'll have $3,000 and I'm ready to go. I'm coming in hot. And I have lost every ounce of that on night 1 before. You know what I mean? So it's like, I realized as well, like you really got to budget, you know, like you've got to budget out your weekend and have some discipline, you know? Bye, Super Squirrel.
Bye, Super Squirrel. And also, Doug is asking, do you make luck with old slots versus the newer slots?
I love old school aristocrats. You can even ask Emily, she might be in the group, but I love the old school, like Grizzlies. I even love the Olympus, you know, the old school aristocrat, the Olympus.
Yes.
I love the old school Buffalo, like the first version of Buffalo. I love them. But yeah, I mean, I love old school machines. I mean, lately I'm kind of hooked on the links just because they've been paying me, but that's not very typical. I mean, the links don't typically pay me, you know, so I don't always run to them. There's another one that I just recently, and I'd show you on my phone, but I hit the minor and the major.
Wow.
And it's the streak, something, not the, you need 6 of them, something spinning streak or something, I can't remember. But those things are awesome. I really, like I said, I prefer the old school, extremely volatile machines, but you have to have a bankroll to get into them because I like to max bet the $5, the max bet 250s and $3 on them. Good question, Sandy. How do you do free play? Let me tell you guys, I just left Vegas a couple weeks ago. And something so amazing happened, right? I always go to the Win because the Win gives me the best offers. You know, I walk in the door, I'm getting a $400 free play, the 3 free nights, 300 in food. You can't beat it. So I'm like, well, typically I want to use my free play first, right? That's the way I look at it. So I only bring like a $20 downstairs and start getting into that free play. And sometimes it goes, you know, extremely quick. And it did that night. I started dipping into my budget. Well, the next day there's a surprise slot tournament. And I didn't know if I'd be in or not. Well, I go to the desk. They're like, yes, you qualified to play the slot tournament, which was that day. And I go to do the slot tournament, and I'll cut a long story short. Like, I don't get to talk to people very much because I work at home. So I'm sorry I talk so much. But guess what? I landed first in my session and second overall in the Wins slot tournament. I won 1,100 in free play. And I'm like, thank you, hallelujah, Jesus. What do you do with $1,100 in free play? Like, what do you do? How do you even start to approach that? Like, I mean, I just, I started on High Rising Fortunes. That's what I did. And I tried to not get crazy with it. I wanted to do like 10, $12 bets, you know, to like get it going. And, you know, the night before it was paying me. So I thought I'd start on that. It didn't pay me. So I'm like, crap, you know, I'm like, now I'm down. $1,100 seems like a lot, but it can go pretty quick.
It does.
It does. And then, so you know what brought me back to life? Freaking Huff N Puff. I get on Huff N Puff with the free play. Thanks, Lori. I love it too. And, I get on the Huff N Puff, put it on a 10-cent denom, hit 50. So I'm doing a $5 bet. Well, the freaking thing goes off. Ends up paying me, I want to say like $500 or $600. So out of 1,100 in free play overall, all the machines I bounced around, I got like 860 something back from that free play. So Huff N Puff is really what turned it around for me. But, you know, there's, I guess, you know, misconceptions about free play too. You know, they're like, and it's hard up here in Blackhawk with free play because you can only do certain machines. Like they only let you play like old school machines, non-progressives. So it's like if we were in Vegas, we can play all them big up here. I get my little free play, and you can only use it on specific machines and none that have progressives. I can't even play Buffalo Gold on the free play up here at some places. So I feel like SD guying them. That's what I feel like doing.
Yep, SD them. And hi, Slottery Wins. Hi, Danaman Slot. Danaman Slots. Let's go up to the mountain. I like that. That's a great phrase. Hi, Jazzy J. Hi, Straight Up. And hi, Penny D. Hi, Suma. Nice to see you all. And also, like, I'm like wondering, before we move on, I'm wondering, for free play, there's like the superstition that goes around that if you use free play, you will not win as much. Do you think that is true or not?
I mean, that's a good one. You know, I mean, a lot of people say that, the whole thing with your card in, with your card out, you know, and I hear you guys try to light it up in chat for them too. Like, you know, the reality is I've seen people take out their card and yes, they hit, right? But we all know how random that was. I mean, like, my reality is I'm keeping my player's card in. I mean, I'm keeping it in 24/7 because, you know, because let's just keep it real. I want those comps. Caesars, right? And Emily in the chat, she knows. I tell her and try to shoot her little screenshots. The Isle of Capri down here, merged with Caesars Rewards. Guess what they're doing the month of January?
What are we
Every Sunday and Tuesday, they're giving me, because I'm a diamond, 15x multiplier points.
Heck
And I'm
yes.
off on Sunday. So my little budget is going straight to the aisle for those Caesars reward points at 15x every
Nice.
Sunday. I mean, I went from like 1,000 tier credits because of the new year to, you know, like 6,000 with the boosters. And y'all should see my reward credits. I mean, but that's also because I've been winning. But, you know, my reward credits are now like 39,500 and something because of that 15x, you know, multiplier. And you're right, Brian P. You're exactly right. The RNG does not care if your card is in or not, but I would rather my card be in, you know, so you can earn comps and, you know, free play or whatever.
Yes, there's definitely people when I read online forums about slot machines that say, the moment you put your card in, like not meaning to mark them out, but like the mentality is like the moment you put the free card, your card in, somehow the casino knows that you're winning and therefore will tighten up the machines. That is definitely a massive rumor that goes around.
Yeah, like I said, you know, it's something that we all learn, but we all see posts too, right? Where people, 15x, I'm telling you straight up, Dan Demand, it's crazy, bro. I will be there every Sunday in January, holla. But yeah, free play is crazy. Like I said, I'm envious of the people that get to use it on, you know, progressives and stuff like that, because here, like I said, we're kind of limited at certain casinos. But, you know, those people that get so lucky on free play, they're like, yeah, I won the grand on free play. And I'm like, you know, like, I want to punch them in the face. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very proud of them. But it's like, I want that moment, you know. I've won a grand once in my whole gambling career, which has been since 2010. We're talking casinos around the world. I have played casinos overseas, in Europe, in little dive bars in Germany. I mean, to establishments in Italy. I mean, I've been all over the world playing slots. And since I've been playing, I've only won one grand in my whole gambling career, which was at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas on the dancing drums the morning of my birthday.
Aww.
And I screamed so loud that people started coming out of their conference room like, what is wrong with this crazy bee? You know, and I'm like, that's me. You know, but I screwed up because I didn't get taxes taken out. You know, so when I filed my taxes that year, I had like 38,000 in jackpots. The government looks at me like I'm some rich person. You know, I'm sure I owed the government that year like $5 grand, you know, but I got caught in the moment because I didn't, you know, think about taking the taxes out. I've never hit anything that big, you know.
Yes.
But it's all fun in the end. Like I said, it's just like everybody always tells you, know your budget. Some people also say know your machines. Well, what does know your machines mean? You know?
Hi, Gamma Hot Queen Slots. And hi, Rick.
Hi, Melly.
And hi, I take that slot on a high and hi, Ring Slots. So, also, another really good point is from Doug A. Another really good point is from Doug A. is you should always play with your card. It is the only way to earn points. And also, MR says, I have never won a grand. I've been playing since 2005.
Yeah, it's rough. There's people out there that's never even won a hand pay, you know, and I'm like, gosh, they're like, I've been gambling since, you know, 2014, and like they've never won a hand pay or something. You know, it's like, I mean, I can't always say it's like so great because the taxes and stuff like that, they do even out at the end of the year. I do the win-loss, I claim the zero, you know, whatever. But I feel bad for them, like, because I want them to have that exciting moment, you know what I mean, of winning a hand pay. It's so exciting, you know? But yeah, I need to get smarter with taking out the taxes. I think I realized, like, I think I should probably, like, I don't know, I'm thinking like anything like $2 grand and over, or over $3,000, I should take out the taxes. But that's where I've been kind of screwing up. Even this past year, I've already hit the big blue ball, the minor, on a $2 denom twice in the same month. And it ends up like, $2,800 hand pays. And I still don't take the taxes out. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, oh God, like I said, I'm sure I'm going to take a good hit this year.
Ouch.
Hey, Wing Wang, what's up?
Hey.
You know what this means?
What does that mean? And straight up slot says, playing with the card allows you to deduct losses against winnings at the end of the year on your taxes, especially if you get some big wins.
Exactly. Yeah, that's correct. I mean, a lot of people are like, how do you track your win losses? Well, the easiest way to do it is playing with your player's card, which is another benefit in my opinion, because I hit hand pays. Like, I mean, not a lot, but I know one year I'm sure I had 28 or almost 30 grand in hand pays. And if you can't prove any win loss, I mean, my mom is actually a certified tax consultant, so me and her go through this, every year. But, my brother also gambles a lot. We're kind of a gambling family, but, that's another advantage of using your card. When you go to print your win-loss statement, are we saying that the IRS is going to come back and audit you? No. But for me, like, I like to be prepared. You know what I mean? So every year I print out my win-loss statements and just put them with my, my tax files and stuff, but yeah, you have to, like I said, I think that's another actual advantage of using the card,
Yes.
And most of the time, like I said, I zero out my wins, but sometimes I will look at my win-loss statements and say, oh shit, if I'm ahead, like even if I'm a little bit ahead, I'm going to be very specific. But I think the IRS probably looks at me now like, oh, she's a gambler. Like, we all know she probably lost more than what she won anyway, so I'm zeroing out my hand pays and stuff. But like I said, I don't like to play with it, a whole lot. So yeah, them W-2s are like, I'm like, print.
Yep.
Yep, I do straight up. Absolutely. Thanks, Herbert. Nice to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you too.
So Simon, tell us about your first night of gambling with us for your 21st birthday and into the next day. Like, did you realize like how quickly money can go? Like, what was your dream? Was your dream to walk in there and bet like $5 and win the world? Or was it like, or did you realize quickly like, wow, this can be a little bit of a dangerous game?
It really is. When I first went to the casino, I was like thinking like, okay, I can last at least a few. I can at least last a few hours on my budget. I decided to take $60 up, and I was like, all right, so if I bet penny slots, I can definitely like last a few hours. Like I could go live for a few hours after the Roger, then go live for a few hours the next day. Boy, was I wrong. So I walked in there, and the Roger was going live, and I was like thinking about what machine was I going to play. I was really nervous because it was my first time. I was actually sweaty because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to gamble for real, and I'm going and the money that I put into these machines, I'm not going to be able to get back any of the money I put into anything. So I was like, all right, here we go. First live stream. So Scott did, which I'm really grateful for. Scott was so nice that night. He put in $100 in the jackpot village party machine, and I was like, all right, that's gonna at least last me an hour. Nope, 5 minutes gone. That first 100, totally.
Yeah, and you see like that 100 that he gave you, right? How fast did that go? I mean, that was gone within like, what, like 10 minutes of your live? You know what I mean? Like, especially if you want to like at least take your chances with it and bet like, in your case, it maybe like $2.50 or do a couple $5 whacks. Like, you just see how quickly it can go.
It was pretty terrifying to see how fast that went. And it was like, all right, so if that happens, for the rest of the live stream, I put a really low roll with 120 that I'm going to use for that night. So I put out the 20 and I was like, all right, let's see how long this lasts. Gone within 7 minutes. And I was like, this is not going to end very well. So the next day, I said, know what? I was like already thinking about I was going to for the next day and how I was going to make my next $40 last me and like ice for one more stream. So that is why I ended that stream. Next day I put in like another $20 into a Wheel of Fortune. Boom, 1 minute into the stream, half of that was gone. Hit the cash out button.
That's gone to and it's like we discussed, it can just go so fast. Like sometimes, honestly, like the casino is my escape from all of reality. I mean, from work, from even being a veteran sometimes is tough. I mean, I don't struggle. I think probably like a lot of veterans. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like I do pretty well, just because I'm really just a happy person, just because of life. Like even what I've been through in 24 years in the military, I think I'm able to be pretty stable and like deal with stuff very well, and I've got a great job, great people, great child, like, and I just like, I really love people in life, like I said, so I think I'm doing well, right? But between trying to hold all that down, the job, the house, the yard, the car, the bills,
yes,
there's always going to be my favorite place to escape to. And I wish I could say it was the island with the palm trees and the white sand, which I'll be at pretty soon because I am moving. Nice. But my ultimate escape is the casino. Even 12 years later. You guys, I have loved this since 2010. It is still my ultimate escape. Because when I'm in a casino, do you guys see tons of clocks? You don't see really a whole lot of windows unless you're maybe at like the Cosmo way in the front, or here in Colorado, like at the lodge, there's a lot of windows. But, there's no clocks. There's no windows. There's no, you know what I mean? And I just feel like it's just my ultimate escape, like I love slot machines. I don't do a whole lot of like poker and blackjack and all that crap and roulette. I love slots just because sometimes I'm similar to Simon, where I actually like to see the way things line up and how many different ways like a machine can pay, like how the symbols actually line up, and the lines that they pay on. I mean, I got the craziest hoot loot hand pay of my whole life, and I can't even dig up a picture on it. And someday I would love to document all my stuff. I have tons. I have a bank of stuff, not a spank bank. Okay, just a bunch of stuff. But hoot loot at the Wynn in Las Vegas years ago, which I actually love, and it wasn't even a super hoot loot. It's just a regular hoot loot. I had $27 left. And I told my girl, Big Bridge, I was like, Big Bridge, let's just put this last $27 in hoot loot. So I said, screw it. I'm going to max bet it. The max bet was $3, right? On the second spin on hoot loot, it Christmas tree like this, of wilds. Yes. Hoot loot Christmas tree wilds. And, it multiplied by whatever, $3,000, boom. Wow. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was 4 a.m, a little tipsy, but I love to see the way that hoot loot machine lined up. I mean, I love a good Christmas tree, right? But to get a Christmas tree of hoot loot wilds was just unbelievable. I still can't even believe it to this day.
Also, sorry to interrupt, but Ross says is asking a very interesting question. He is asking, what happens if you lose more money than you won on homepage? Do you still owe taxes?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Ross. I mean, honestly, yes. I'm not even going to lie to you. You guys have to understand, like, for me, I'm a traveler, right? I mean, I'm not now so much, but I travel a lot, so like I might hit up Biloxi. I might be in Vegas this week. I might go to Wind Creek in Atmore, Alabama. I might go up in Blackhawk. I'm flying to Reno, well, same state, I guess, but how do I say this? Like, there are times when you go to certain states. Some states are tax-free. Yes. Some of them are not even giving you your hand pay, like especially in Mississippi, until they take out the state taxes. Yep. Well, guess what? Since I'm a resident of, let's say, Colorado, and I went to Mississippi and got all those hand pays, you have to be careful because sometimes they hit you twice. Now they're going to tax you in the state of Colorado for that income.
No.
Or you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, it's a very interesting dynamic. The only way I can tell you is like when me and my mom are in the system and we're doing this, you know, you can kind of see how it all adds up. But yes, I will tell you, Ross, I'm actually pretty damn honest on my taxes for the most part. I think I lost a W-2 once for like $1,200. Have no idea where it went. Can't even track it. I couldn't even claim it. And I still think about it to this day, but you know, no one's ever like jumped my throat or whatever. But yeah, basically I'm going to tell you pretty honest with it. So anything above and beyond what I've won, yeah, I eat the taxes on it, bro. I do, just because, like I said, I'd rather keep it honest. I mean, most of the stuff is zeroed out, but that one where it looks like that win-loss statement, like, you won a lot more, like that Planet Hollywood $13,000 grand. Yeah, I won a lot more than I lost there. So I had to eat some of the taxes on that.
Ouch.
Because it's all itemized specifically to each win. I mean, to my knowledge, like I said, someone may be like, Juice, you're wrong, you know, but to be honest with you, I'd rather be honest and just suck it up, pay the taxes, and keep it moving. Next. Next, Sanpei.
Yes, next. Ring.
Right, Emily?
And also,
yes, girl.
Also,
that's a bucket list item. A bucket list item is a Christmas tree of grizzlies on the grizzly machine. Like this. Wild.
Also, I'm sorry if I sounded rude about you moving to Florida.
About what?
I am also sorry if I sounded rude about you moving to Florida.
When? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I mean, like, when we were discussing about the palm trees in the Caribbean, and I accidentally said, like, nice. I'm sorry if it came off as kind of mean.
You know what? Girl, I'm sorry, hun. I can't hear you on that one. But I will be honest with you. Anything that you say to me, I don't think comes across rude at all. I think I understand you very well. And I think that sometimes, you know, like, you may think that it comes across that way, but for somebody like me, like, listen, Simon, I get you, girl. Like, I've known you long enough, and I think I get it. You know, if you had ill intention, you know, which I don't even think exists with you. So
thank you.
You don't even ever have to apologize to that. But yes, I am moving, and I don't mind saying it publicly, but my lease is up here in Colorado April 1st. And so I had some really big decisions to make. And you know, I'm tired of moving, you guys. 24 years in the military, this move, like, I'm exhausted, you know, like, I don't want to move anymore. My parents and my extended family are all in Florida. So, so I decided I'm moving back to Florida, to Perdido Key, which is Pensacola, home of the Blue Angels. I'll be, you know, closer to the base, the VA, the commissary, closer to my parents and my brother that I love. And I'll be about 45 minutes from the Wind Creek in Atmore, Alabama.
Nice.
And I will be like an hour and a half from Biloxi. So maybe the Juice will be the new queen of the South. I don't know.
When you move, I will really miss seeing you. And it does make me sad to think about.
I'll miss you too, Simon. You know that. But you know what I always say, like in Florida, I'm getting a 4-bedroom house, right? So it's like, listen, I mean, for the most part, like, everybody's always welcome. My door is always open. I am the most non-judgmental person I know, you know? And like I said, I love people. I really just want everybody to have a good time. And, you know, the door will always be open. So
I'm like so happy for you.
It's just a lot of stress getting out of here. I have a very large home, and you know, like, the military's paid for my moves for 24 years. You know, I mean, I don't even know what it's like to pay for a moving truck, or, you know, like, I mean, starting to get rid of stuff, you know, like, I mean, just to pay for a moving truck from Colorado to Florida, I mean, $7,000, you know, thank God for Black Hawk and me taking my little $300 chances, you know. You know, so I have to pay my truck with dirty money, you know, but but then on top of that, you know, I got 2 vehicles that I got to get cross country, you know, and my my bestest buddy in the world, Emily, is actually going to come out here to Colorado to help me. So
that is so
yeah,
sweet.
which is just how do you say, it's the most unselfish thing in the world, because
Yes.
nobody wants to help do that crap. You know, it sucks. So only your good friends that really love you, I think, you know, will do that for you. So I'm extremely thankful. But
Yes.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
What were you saying? Sorry, cut in. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying? If I interrupted by mistake.
No, I don't know. Yeah, so me and Simon had little hearing things today. Like, I think StreamYard's kind of funny when you do the dual video.
Yes.
It's kind of like I can't hear her so well, and she probably can't hear me so well. So the audio is a little bit challenging. Now, if it's just you, StreamYard going live, I think the audio is really good, but doing the dual audio is a little challenging. But yeah, no matter what, like, I know we probably came to talk about sloths, not so much me and my life, but you know, I've been around the sloth community for a while, so it's nice to be able to talk to everybody. And you know, we're coming up on an hour here, and Mama Juice is had a long day, work, dinner, house, yard, move, you know, and I will always, like I said, do the best I can to support all you guys.
Yes.
And, you know, I support Simon in her endeavor. You know, this is something she truly loves. And, you know, you just got to do the best, you know, that you can with everything, and try to be supportive, but always do it from a good place in your heart.
Definitely.
You know, you start doing things that are ill-intended or rude, like that's when stuff starts to get a little hazy, right?
Yep. Also,
I'll be going to Vegas still a lot, Sandy. I got some great offers out there, and I don't care how long it takes me to get from Pensacola to Vegas. I'm still going to go as much as I can.
Also,
my ultimate dream someday is to quit my job and have a YouTube channel, right? That's everybody's dream, you know, but another misconception, nobody knows how much work it really takes to run a YouTube channel. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of work. You know, you got to be very tech savvy. You know, you got to deal with the public and their rude comments. You got to have thick skin. I mean, it is a lot of work, especially if you are just one individual. You know, it's always good to have somebody that, you know, supports you through the endeavor, you know, like your ride or die, you know. I mean, it's, you know, it's extremely, like I said, it's expensive, and it's a lot of work to do a YouTube channel, you know, but I am retired. I'm supposed to be on the island sipping my cocktail, you know, but to afford my lifestyle, I got to work.
Also, Juice, since I'm back in the States, would you like me to Uber to your house, or find a way to get to your house to help you move and then pack up with Emily?
You know what? I couldn't hear that, Simon. I'm so sorry, hon. Just listen. I am me. You can send me a separate message for that stuff.
All right. And Sandy O says, yay, you and Simon will have to coordinate meetups.
Simon does a great job, you guys. I mean, she is so freaking talented. I mean, her thumbnails are off the chain. I'm like, oh, girl, you made me look good. Yes, you know, she is so talented. I mean, I'm actually overwhelmed every time I see her do something, her drawing, her artistry, you know. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you for all y'all's support. And like I said, love each other.
Thank you so much for your kindness. And
hi, Suma. Thanks, Lori and Melly. You guys are awesome. Is it good to call it? Is it good to call it quits?
Yes. Yes. And also, Slot Doctor, thank you so much for your work.
Thank you, everybody. Sorry I talk so much, but I love y'all.
Love you too. And Sandy O is saying she is offering to help you pack up for your move.
Sorry, Simon, I couldn't hear it, hon.
Sandy O is saying she is offering to help pack up for your move.
Oh, Sandy O, that's so sweet. Oh, I can read it. That's what Simon was saying. Okay, yeah. No, I appreciate it, girl. You know, I take it like I said, one day at a time. And if I get, you know, I've got a lot of energy, you know, but, you know, I try to, like, whenever I get energy, I just try to knock it out, you know. Like I said, it is a lot, but, you know, guess what? What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, and we just got to keep it moving.
Yes. So, I really do want to thank everyone for being here. And I really want to thank you, Juicy, for taking some time out of your evening to being here and chatting. It was so much fun to chat and hang out.
It really is. Who's going to be your next guest, Simon?
My next guest looks like it is either going to be, at the moment, it is going to be Easy Life Slot Jackpot.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
And I also left an email in the description for anyone else who would be interested in being a guest. You're all welcome to be a guest.
That's awesome.
I will be making a lot more episodes.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
See you, Juicy. Have a great day.
Bye, Simon.
Bye-bye. 1 second. So I do want to thank everyone for being here tonight. If you enjoyed what you saw, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and hit the like and hit the subscribe button. Thank you, Debbie Bonds, Lisa H. Simon, you're so talented. You're gonna be so rich. Thanks. Gizmo says take care, Juice. Bye, Jazzy Day Slots. And I really and you're very welcome, Carrie Ula Slots, Slot Doctor, Sandy O, Tracy Fodes. I really hope to see you all. Thank you, Slotty Map Chicho. I really hope to see all of you guys again soon. And have a great night. See you. Bye-bye.